Do you have 14 or no? I'm always using my hotspot here because it's. Commentary. One only. Yeah. One.
Why is it so quiet? Do you have to be quiet?
We?
Like the DJ.
No.
Yeah, yeah, got you, got. Yeah, there we go.
You're rich?
Richie. I have no Richie.
You have your own.
Okay.
Coach Martin for already producing some good mood here at the stands. May I take a seat right next to you guys? Of course, you seem already very motivated for the day, and I see you brought a flag with you. Which team are you supporting?
Perisic and Schweiner.
Perisic and Schweiner, so Team Czech Republic, yes, of course. So you came all the way from the Czech Republic just to see these two guys playing here.
Yes.
And are you also part of the family? Are you somewhat related? Just really hardcore fans living for the Queen and King of the Court action. Is it your first event here? Yeah, big round of applause for this commitment, guys. This is simply incredible. And is this your first Queen and King of the Court event, or?
Yeah, it's first time.
First time, okay. And where you said that you're coming from the Czech Republic. Are you coming from the same city as Perisic and Schweiner?
No, from different, from Ostrava.
Ostrava, there was a big beach volleyball event. Yeah, you've been there too?
Of course.
Of course, like asking such an ultra hardcore fan here of beach volleyball. Man, this is simply amazing. Can I ask your name?
Wojciech.
Wojciech and? Wojciech and Daniela, thank you for bearing with us here already like 10 minutes before the game, and you are already here like cheering and bringing the flag of the Czech Republic. Maybe we can do later some waving flag action. As you might have known, today we got like the group stage last session here for Perisic and Schweiner. We hope for them that they can proceed into the quarterfinals directly. And you may already have heard of the Golden Ball. Do you know what the Golden Ball is?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay, Wojciech, I got your back. The Golden Ball, very important thing. Axel got the Golden Ball in his hands, this little shiny thing. The Golden Ball came now under his t-shirt. And the Golden Ball can be used in tricky situations where you, for example, are on the king's side and you lose a point, and you would lose it, but then you can use the joker, so to speak, and you can say, okay, let's press the rewind button, we replay the whole rally, and then you might be able to stay at the king's side and continue your score from there on. So very important rule here, but the teams here can only earn this ball here during the group stage and then later use it in the quarterfinals. So just for you guys, a quick reminder of that fact. I hope I could explain it in good terms, that you are with me here on the same page as we are about to start into the first session. First, the women take over, women take center stage, and after that we will see the duo from the Czech Republic, Perisic and Schweiner. Wojciech, Daniela, it was a blast talking to you guys, so thank you once again for already being here with us. I hope that I can count on you for you cheering also for the ladies, even though they are not Perisic, Schweiner, and no Czech Republic team, but we will see some incredible beach volleyball action nonetheless, and looking forward to that. See you in a bit, enjoy your drink, and see you later. Big round of applause here for Wojciech and Daniela. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed about to start into the first game here of the day. It's going to be the women's competition continuation from yesterday. Yesterday, a day full packed with group stage action on the highest European beach volleyball level. Today we are introducing the last session here of the group stage, session D of the men's and women's competition, and after that we are going straight into the women's and men's 5th place playoff, as you can see here on the LED wall. And after that, session 7 is about to be kicked off by us all together, and then also we are going to enter the group stage playoff. So the teams currently here at the 5th place playoff, they have to work really hard to get still into the quarterfinals, but we believe in all the teams who entered the 5th place playoff. And talking about teams, I can already spot some of the guys who are going to enter here, the Centre de la Corte in Luxembourg, at this beautiful venue, the Koch National Sports and Cultural Center, with the newest addition here, the iconic stadium, King and Queen of the Court here, brought all the way to Luxembourg.
know you wanna beat me, and that's alright. I'm here to stay and here to fight, 'cause I'm the king of the court. King of the court.
Well, hello there and welcome to the Queen and King of the Court Crown Series. It's the CEV European Championships. It couldn't get any more exciting than this. Well, Luxembourg could be one of Europe's smallest countries, but it's hosting one of the biggest events in beach volleyball this week, and the crowd have certainly supported us over the first couple of days. Louis Lett with you in the commentary box, and soon to be joined at some point today by the man himself, Rich Lambourne. But as we said, this is the European champs. It doesn't get much bigger than this, following on from Utrecht last year. Cloudy, 23 degrees, so it is quite nice out here. And Luxembourg seems to get a little bit of breeze, but not here at the Koch Sports Centre. It's a glorious sporting arena just off the back of us here in this beautiful park. Lots of greenery here in Luxembourg. But to the competition, we are blessed with some of the world's best athletes, legends of the game, and we have some brilliant competitors coming to you in this round now, as Kotnik and Lovshin had a great season yesterday, but we also have Placed Ricard looking towards the home Olympic Games. Lara Ludwig, I mean, the best European beach volleyball player ever in the women's game, now playing with Louisa Lippmann. We have the Queen of Utrecht in 2021, Belen Caro, playing with Lobato, Angela Lobato Herrera, who's been around for some time, that pairing, and they are excellent. And then we have the Gludin Skaites playing as well from Lithuania. So quick run through of the rules then, and every round is slightly different, and that's what makes this absolutely enthralling stuff. Even 5 teams, 3 rounds of 15 minutes. Now, if you're in 5th place, you go to a 5th place playoff today after 15 minutes. If you're in 4th place after 15 minutes in the second round, you go through to the playoffs, and then the top 3 in the final round of 15 play for the golden ball, but also the top 3 teams go through to the quarters, as some of our athletes, watches on from the back of the court. This is fast, and we are celebrating 50 years of the CEV with a competition in their own back garden. A beautiful back garden as well. Luxembourg really is. There's some of the locals in to watch. The beach volleyball community certainly came in abundance for Luxembourg yesterday, and they're in again today. But time to meet Tasha Kotnik, 30 years old now, 189 blocker. They had a great year last year, second in the futures in Lithuania, playing with Tatja Lovsin there just behind the defender, crafty player. And this team took a 3rd place in the European Queen of the Court last year in Utrecht. So they're looking to make the finals yet again.
Of the Qatar finals in 2021. They are absolute beach volleyball machines. Make it out for Lisana Placed and Alexia Richard.
Well, next out of the hatch, we welcome the French pairing, Lizana Placed and Alexia Richard, some of the most entertaining characters and beach volleyballing players in the world. Fast servers, aggressive attackers. They took a 2nd in Qatar in 2021. They've had some good performances on the Beach Pro Tour, and we can expect them to be very well suited yet again to this aggressive nature of beach volleyball. Well, Angela Lobato following out former queen of Utrecht, Belen Carroll, and in that competition she won it with Marta Menegatti, an absolute legend of European female beach volleyball. There is the former queen of Utrecht and the Spanish pair. 2nd season together now. They also look to build before to an Olympic run-in.
Bring it out for the sisters Gerda and Rugile Grudzinskaite.
Well, Gerda and Rugila Grudzinskaite from Lithuania. Next out, we know this pair very well. We've seen them multiple times in the Queen of the Court competition, 22 and 23 years old. Third place for Gerda in EOS last year with Dumbeskaite, another Queen of the Court regular. So now a team put together to qualify for the Olympics, but there is Laura Ludwig on the right of your screen. She is one of, if not the best to ever do it. A world champion, Olympic champion, 4-time European champion. It's absolutely, she's had 10 victories, which makes her the highest European female, alongside Vasu Karadasiou from Greece, a legendary Greek player. Now playing with Louisa Lippmann, who played 162 games for Germany indoors and just poses such a threat at the net. The referees, Christina Babic and Felix Hoey. There are our 5 teams then.
Players look ready. Now we need the help of all of you here at the stands. Luxembourg, are you ready? Okay, then count down all together from 3. From 3 we count down.
You can join the conversation, hashtag Queen of the Courts. Join us at King of the Court Beach as well on socials, but it's Kotnik Lovshin that starts at Queen's End. That's a very good start, just a calm pad over the top. Absolutely no pressure on Dasha Kotnik on that first play. 30-year-old now, a good season. We haven't seen him so much on the World Tour this year, so maybe just getting their season started like a lot of teams who have had a bit of a break. European Championships on the horizon. That's one back of one. That is the Ludwig.
Good thing by the ladies in green.
Haven't seen Laura Ludwig out on the court yet, but here is just staying aggressive and the retreating French block beaten. Well, the bottom-ranked team, that's a good read from the Skaters, and that's a good slap into the angle, just brushing it away 6 meters or so up the sideline. We have a 5th place team that go into the 5th place playoff just a little bit later on today, and that's going to be exciting, exhilarating in its own way. The Macno sisters, Poyush Bekhus. Bekhus won in Doha with Brett Piersma earlier on in the season in the finals, and then Delkoff and Clough from Luxembourg. So the 5th place team, whoever comes last in this round, will join them. The winner of that round will join the 4th place teams, who made up of Hermanova Stodsleva, Alvakova and Slukova, and then Vechton and Blowring. So some household names in those playoffs as well. Obviously Hermanova and Slukova having played all the way until Tokyo Olympics with each other, which it wasn't ideal for them due to COVID reasons, but now gone their separate ways. Ludwig Lippmann make a couple on the board for the Germans based in Hamburg as Kotnik scooped. What a lovely play that is. The Fiona with a chance goes high off the hands. Great turn from Kotnik. What a rally this one is. Get up, Tasha Kotnik. Yeah, stay high and just go off the hands. Nothing too complicated there for Kotnik, but a great decision and a good arm. As the baseline starts to deepen, as the sports presentation team doing a fantastic job. We have Julius Brink joining us tomorrow, but we have Axel and Julian down courtside with the crowd and doing the interviews. Laura Ludwig rips another serve. Oh, lefty knuckle. The thing about that one was being able to deceive with the right before going with the left. Sent Ludwig and Lippmann's attention with the right hand before going with the left, and with the knuckle. Really, if you can knuckle with both hands, it means you can knuckle both ways, if that makes sense. It's very difficult with the right hand to knuckle to the right side and with the left to Buckle to the left, as you can see there with Bellin, just with the right hand goes to the right. Great scoot, let's go, Lobardo. Okay, free ball. Dummy 2 ball, Bellin's brought the bait. Great hand from Bellin. Carroll though. Lobardo out the back this time.
Team Spain and Team Lithuania.
It means that was exceptional from Lobardo, but unfortunately back. Brilliant break, and again going for that ball over on 1, but Lithuania was certainly ready for it. It's interesting because when it works, it's absolutely brilliant, that over on 1 ball. But when it doesn't and there's 2 people waiting for it, it's not as easy. But if you give Lara Ludwig a free net, she will slice and dice you to bits.
Now you can see we already got the red and the green dots here in place.
Lippmann from the inside crushes one back into the angle. One thing that Louisa Lippmann isn't struggling with is height and physicality out there. She's incredible athlete. Great set from Ludwig. That is right on the plate. Let's go. That's exactly what Lippmann needs from a partner when she just leaks that ball a bit fast and straight. Slowing the ball down, keeping it in front of Lippmann, and Lippmann can keep that height that we speak about her having in the physicality. Lippmann and Ludwig working with more bows. They were in Jurmala. Very difficult, even for the world's best, to get into main draws of, or even sometimes qualifiers of the Beach Pro Tour at the moment, with the way that the points are working, and 3 of your last performances count towards your entry rankings. Slap out the back from Lippmann this time. They lost in the first knockout round at Germany and Jurmala. But certainly signs of things going in the right direction for them. That's one high off the hands from Lovsin, which is something that's she's going to have in a locker. Slightly smaller, but she just can hit up and she can change the speed of her arm nicely.
The vice royalty here of
Felix Hoey.
2021, the ladies from France.
The pass from France. Chop, we're used to the big bang on the left side, but it just
second point here.
Richard, sorry, just goes away from the body. Is that one in? That ball is certainly in. And Germany wriggled their way back to the Queen's End. We saw Ludwig and Lippmann in Hamburg. Made it towards the final stages, but lost out just in that last from Bellin. Oh, and it's got the shank out of it. Some tired legs for France, a little bit of a tense touch. Bellin Carroll get up and slam it home. There we go. 5-minute timeout has arrived here in Luxembourg. First round of the day. And that's a very good high pad into the scene from Bellin Carroll.
Dig a little deeper into the concept of king and queen of the court. As you can see, the court is separated into two sides. One is with a black line and one is with the yellow line. The yellow line is the position where
longest stay of 9. Well done, France. Great start for you, but Ludwig Lindman also off to a great start. Nobody really needs to worry too much between the top 3.
After 15 minutes.
Battle here is between Carol Labado and the Grunskaites. They're on 2, so Grunskaite have to worry because they'll be looking over their shoulder with Spain, especially now at the Queen's End after the 5-minute timeout.
Also a very important side for the first 2 rounds of the 3 rounds that we play in a group stage game. It's the sign that you are at risk of being eliminated, and after each round we get rid of 1 team. And we are already back here. So please, the blocking players, attention to all the athletes, the blocking players, please only wait on my side. So come to me and we can, for camera reasons. So the refs are ready, the players are ready. Let's go.
Five minutes on the clock then as Bellin Carroll searching for Spain's first point. A little run of 3 or 4 here will certainly help them, but error. Volley trying to chop one back into the angle, but finding the net. They need to get their way back down to the Queen's End very quickly. Good dig, very tight, but it's a really nice late turn from Lithuania. And just when Spain had their opportunity, Lithuania have their opportunity now to put another couple on the board. Good blocking from Slovenia. Second ball attack, knuckle is a good one. That 3rd point could be a dagger or 2 for Spain here. Out the back, so door is still slightly ajar for the Spanish. High arm out the back. Big service pressure from Bellin Carroll. She decides to break, so she's getting the ball this time. Here is Bellin Carroll from the right. Another big, heavy arm bang into the angle. Let's go, Spain. It's now or never for you. Miss serves don't count, remember, till the last minute.
Means no point here. And if there is another service error, 3 in a row would mean first point here for Team Spain.
Block in or out. Oh,
How unfortunate.
that is heartbreaking for Spain.
Oh, and they do a round of applause here for our
It's almost
from Lithuania.
another kick as Lithuania pull away. Lara Ludwig is there. Sat in the pocket. It's a tight set, so the knuckle is out, but it's a really good read. Oh, bump cuddy, but that one's missed by an absolute country mile. We might be saying goodbye to our former Queen of Utrecht in Bellin Carroll.
Only 20 minutes into the beach volley action here.
This is probably the biggest point for them. If they got the ace, no, it's Lippmann just passes off and then she's gets one out the back. Very difficult with that first pass off the net to get the timing and the rhythm that she needs to hit her angles. But Spain, can you side out? It's been difficult so far. There's one. Labado just hammers the seam. Late charge. They've only done a quarter of the job. If they get 4, they would have the longest stay. Bellin, slam into the angle. Great set, rolling the ball on. Fancy Bellin-Caro in those situations. Oh, net ban, trickle, ace. Nightmare for Spain. You feel that might be it for them. They need to get back down there, and they need a run of 3 with my maths to avoid the elimination. I'm sure that the Golden Skyders had the longest run of 3, so if the score is tied, then they would be going through. Oh, 2-ball, great spot from France, and it's brought the error. Really good blocking. Just waiting, delaying the timing because she sees that the shot's coming and getting a hand on it. Now kicking out of system, trying to get the feet inside the ball. Great wide set, but even better defense. The positioning here from the Golden Skyders at time is on the money. Knuckle over the top.
And the next touch of Team France. Maybe now, Team Spain.
Bellin-Caro. Miss serve counts as a point within the last so they will tick up to 5. Lippmann Ludwig on 8, Konik Lovshin on 7, Ricardo.
3 points here for Team Lithuania.
So it's going to be Spain that drop 10 seconds left. And we're going to hear from them down court side quite shortly. They'll be very disappointed, I'm sure, but they had their opportunities. Oh, over the left shoulder. Go to Grudenskaiter. Means they finish on 8 in front of Konik Lovshin in the end. And Cara Lobato enter the 5th place playoff later on today. 5th place playoff at 4:10, 5:45 for the full playoff, where 3 teams make the quarterfinals. But there's 5. There are only 5-minute rounds in those playoffs, so you have to get off to a good start. You have to hold the king and the queen's end, and then you have to hang on for dear life, or you could leave it late maybe, but you just need a very good run. All the same, Sana Placette, Alexa Richard, 11 points, the longest stay of 9 for them. Golden Skyders, 8 points, longest stay of 4. They ended up taking 2nd in that round. Well done, the Golden Skyders.
Everybody needs to shape a V. Everybody needs to shape a V. The players from Luxembourg, they certainly know how to do it.
Might get a little word with Spain, but that might not be the case.
Yeah, that's good. That's Team Czech Republic. I love you already. Okay, good. Skyboxes.
Fantastic pairing, Spain.
Also Team Netherlands, the Dutchies.
Based in Lorca, underneath the guidance of Spanish head coach Fran Marco. They will have to go into the 5th place playoff. This is the big round, I think, ladies and gentlemen. As all teams will be desperate to get to the quarterfinals and finish in the top 3.
Can be louder. Okay, now delay. Now everyone. Looks good, yeah. Maybe also the referees. Oh yeah. Don't know about you guys, but I'm getting in the mood for some of these formulations. The players, they are catching fire. Hey. And we change into a big round of applause. Bring the ladies back here onto the court. Okay, the highest score was Team France. They are starting here on the queen's side. Next up, Team Lithuania.
Well, there's a cross next to the name of Bellin-Caro and Angela Lobato, having came 5th in the previous round. And well, France started at the queen's end because they had the most points in the previous round. They've just been busted off. Get out of here. Great start for the Golden Skyders. They've certainly proved their worth once again in this format. As 2 missed serves in a row, can't afford to miss another one here. Get another break. What a touch! But get out of bounds, say the Golden Skyders. Everything facing the line here on the break, but just a little bit out of reach. Very difficult to angle that right wrist back into the court when you're so off balance from Richard. But Lippenskite is off the mark. Oh, a little bit of tempo offense before just making a little turn into the angle. Beautiful stuff from them. And funny old game this. Once you catch a little bit of rhythm, you can occupy this Queen's End for some time. And well, we've already seen it, haven't we? In the previous round, it took them a long time to find that rhythm, but when they got it at the end, 2 stays down there of 4. And if your main objective is to not come last in this round, the Grünskyders are off to a nice start, but they would have maybe wanted a couple more for so-called insurance policy to make sure they do go through. They've still got to do some work. Oh, Ludwig just opens up into the seam. Good defensive positioning again, this time from Lovshin. Just batted off the right, left elbow. Service, good one. It's a little bit tight, but it's back on one. Great feet from Lara Ludwig. Work off the ball to try and keep ball on the right shoulder. Ludwig doing a lot of work. Keep that ball on the right shoulder, and then, wow, she just fades away from the pin. And that's an outrageously good swing from Lara Ludwig just to turn it to the sideline. And then, as we've seen before all the time in Hamburg, Lippmann just staying super heavy and going off the hand. She's on the floor, has to get up, and she does find a solution. Not easy from Lippmann there, but it does bring up 3 for them. Well, it's an absolute pleasure. It's a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome my good friend Rich Lambourne. Richie, I hear you're here.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I'm...
Well,
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Oh, I've got you wonderfully, sir. This is great to have you. For those who don't know, we're going to share a little secret with you. I'm here in Luxembourg, and Olympic gold medalist Rich Lambourne is in the USA watching from afar, which is a new dynamic for us, but one I'm thoroughly looking forward to, sir.
Yeah, the good news is the whole time, you know, we were working furiously to figure out how to pipe my voice across the world. I could hear you, which is always a pleasure.
Oh, I'm sorry about that one, sir. And for everybody at home, I'm sure they're more than happy to have you here with us. How's it going, Richie?
Yeah, it's going fantastically well. Looks like we got some good stuff going on here, too, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, we certainly have. Here in Luxembourg in this beautiful state-of-the-art Le Coq Sports Centre as well, France. We know what we get from France, Rich, don't we? And it's a little bit of that.
Yeah, it is, and it's enthusiasm.
No one died of too much enthusiasm, Richie.
Nobody died of it, no.
Yeah, they certainly have got the enthusiasm, and they've got the power to match as they hold the Queen's End. There's a little bit of business to be done here. It's a low-scoring round, let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, you kind of like to see that sometimes. I mean, that means it's a grind. People are having to struggle just to score points, which, yeah, I don't know, is a testament to the defense being played out there.
Yeah, it really is. The defense has been excellent. The service goes out the back, and then Lara Ludwig has the chance to serve, and she has one of the best serves, Rich, that the game's seen, I think, and that one goes out the back, though.
Well, yeah, she changed the way the game is played from the service line, to be frank, right? She and Coach Jürgen Wagner obviously kind of came up with that very unique posture she's got.
Yeah, certainly with the way that the Mikasa balls changed the game a few years ago as well, it was a bit of an invention to try and make the ball do a little bit more from the service line with a little bit more speed, and that's two things that Ludwig certainly brings, is a good wallop and a bang from the service line. It's Ludwig again. This one just drops out of the air, and there's Lippmann. Makes a block for Germany.
Yeah, Yeah, it's going to be trouble if you get that set too tight against big Louisa.
I mean, we were impressed with how much she's improved in Hamburg, weren't we, Richie? I mean, that transition from indoor to beach looks like it's going incredibly well for, I think, the 18 months that she's been going at it.
Yeah, that looks smooth.
Yeah, that looks like it's going the right way, doesn't it? Absolutely. I mean, some of the main things, jumping mechanics are a bit different. Obviously, the surface is a bit different, and she has to pass now on the beach, and she's doing a fine job of all of them.
Yeah, we kind of felt that in Hamburg, didn't we? That the serve reception was the key, which, you know, I mean, kind of goes without saying, I suppose. It's the case for just about everybody. But if she passes well, they're quite formidable offensively.
Yeah, they really are. The way that this superhuman Lara Ludwig can just turn the ball like that is ridiculous. We've seen her hit off body, then we just see her just slap one back into the sharp angle.
That was, I'm not sure that was a slap. That was slap with a precursor that I will keep to myself.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. You're right there. And she goes a little bit further up the sideline here from a back set. That's an easier swing when the ball's drifting across you when you pass a little bit too straight for it. But, oh, okay, Germany. Let's go, Richie.
That was a great pass on the short serve, and then the early pull just put Louisa right into the tee-off zone.
Yeah, I mean, if you pull too early on Louisa Lippmann and the set ends up being in a good spot, you should really put your helmet on. Okay, now they are cooking on gas. Funny enough, whoever finishes fourth in this round joins Hermanova, Stochleva, Halvikova, and Slukova, and Van Vechten and Breuring in that fourth place playoff. Richie, we have a fifth place playoff coming on later on with Magno, Poise and Beckus as well, and Delcourt and Klurf. And yesterday we saw Samorlov Smedins put themselves in the fifth place playoff today as well, where they're surrounded by 4 teams from Luxembourg. So we have two teams from Luxembourg, my mistake, with still 1 round to come later on. So, I mean, we've got some exciting rounds for us, and Sasha and Yanis have once again made life slightly more difficult for themselves.
That's how they like to roll in these events, and how they don't like to roll probably again this time like they did in Hamburg is with the late service error that has the red dot by their name just dramatically.
Yeah, I was just happy that we found Sasha, and he's now back in, now back again in his usual self, having had breakfast with him yesterday. Grunskaj there just looking for that reverse bump, 4-3, 11-3. So Ludwig and Lippmann really can have a holiday for the next 6 minutes or so, as France are just putting the ball into good zones as well.
Yeah, that was a nice swing cross court there. I like the headband over the sunglasses to keep them in place.
It's a smart move, that, isn't it? The French, they come out here with their own ideas, always French, and as we said, they're incredibly entertaining. Oh, just hook it back. Good Grunskaj there. Tell me you like that one, Richie.
Yeah, I love that one. I mean, we're seeing some hard cross-court swings from all these players out here, it seems like.
Yeah, we really are. It's one of the hands of now. They've obviously taken that 3rd place already in a European Champs. Oh, that's tight. Good night, says Louisa Lippmann. Or maybe not.
And that is not allowed here in beach volleyball.
That's an interesting call because she got a little bit overzealous there, perhaps. Perhaps it was going to come into her zone where she could slap that to the sand, but she went all the way over and got it before it came there. So the referee determined that was no good.
The referee calls a handover, and we're at a 5-minute timeout. This must be because you're here, Richie, that the time is just going so fast this round.
You're not tasked with just talking to yourself out there.
Honestly, mate, I thought about bringing big blow-up Richie dolls this week. I thought about bringing big masks this week, putting Vitsa here or one of the other team and just putting a Richie mask on. I don't know, I thought of everything, but there we are. There's the timeout round 2. Ludwig Lippmann, 11 and 8. They put in a fantastic performance, having a look down. And it's Kotnik and Lovshin now who are, well, looking at the 4th place playoff round, which would take place later on today. But there's still time, Rich, isn't there? These last 5 minutes, anything can really happen, especially when the scores are this close.
Yeah, indeed. Obviously, German girls are pretty comfortably through. But there's plenty of time to make up certainly 2 points. And we've seen Kotnik and Lawson, especially with the block of Kotnik up there, be really formidable.
Yeah, best blocker in that European Championships back in Utrecht. That's a really nice play. It's not easy to get that height and depth off the knuckle, but here we go, Rich. It's exactly what you were just speaking about. They've earned themselves a chance.
Posing, and then Lofson good on defense behind her.
Absolutely. Earning themselves a chance to get down, but oh, that's unfortunate. They worked incredibly hard, had to be patient to get their chance, and then a shank into the stand, unfortunately, for Lovshin Kotnik. Has set Richard with a chance. That's an overset, which is difficult because the first pass is off the net, Richie. So the set's really under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I like that she was trying to get some tempo and push that thing up to the net, just overcooked it a little bit.
Well, Rich, I might not have you here with me, but I do have somebody that does resemble you the best that we can here with Wilco Nyland. As you call him, our founding father is sat next to me instead of you, Rich. So, you know, I'm still surrounded by greatness no matter what happens.
Yeah, certainly that's an upgrade in handsomeness.
It is an upgrade in handsomeness. You are completely true. Actually, I'm going to put him on to have a quick word with you for a minute, Richie.
Okay.
Rich Lamborn.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon. How are you, Wilco?
Hello, Rich. All good over here. How are you?
Hey, yes, I'm fantastic. I'm happy to be with you vocally, if not in person.
This is really nice techniques, huh, then, at the end. Happy to have you on board in this way.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad we could make it work because obviously I love being part of the royal family, so to speak.
Very good. How's the match going? Because I just entered the stadium.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a tight one. We got Kotnik and Lawson trying to get their chance to get down there, and I mean, the German girls, as you might expect, Laura Ludwig just dominating this round. Seems to get better and better every time we see her out there.
Yeah, she needs to get used to the rhythm. I think also to the pressure they are putting up to her directly because yeah, you're playing next to Laura Ludwig. You're not coming from beach volleyball, big indoor star, but I think she's doing excellent, right?
She's doing fantastically well, and Louis and I were just kind of talking about how important the serve-receive element is to their game, because so much of the rest of it is already very good. Her block, of course, offensively, she's very good. But it is so tough, like you said, making that transition to the beach, especially when you don't have maybe all the serve-receive reps indoor. It's so difficult, right? Because there's nowhere to hide, they say, in beach. You can get every serve from every opponent.
Yeah.
And it does put a lot of stress on you, like you said.
And you have to handle it. And yes, he played last time in Hamburg. I think she played very well over there, although it was the first time. And it's also a team which is developing and trying to reach the Olympics next year. I think via the Continental Cup route, but maybe you never know what happened in the tournaments, right? So good that they can play over here, have a lot of rallies and get used to the international level together. So yeah, very happy that they are here and they are on board. And also in this group, it was also a tough group. But I also think the next group with the man, it's one which is really a tough pull, huh?
Well, I don't know that there's any easy pools in this European Championship. I was looking at the lineup we have today, and I mean, good Lord, it's all pools of death, it seems like, out there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's also good for the Luxembourgish teams to try to compete against them and to score some points and to have a nice experience, because the audience over here, especially yesterday, they really appreciated everything what was happening in beach volleyball here in Luxembourg together with CEV. So that was very, very nice.
Good. This is the home of the CEV, of course, right? So it's great to get the support from fans and the like out there.
And it was very important. And so now Slovenia is out. Almost, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, they got to 5, it looks like, but they couldn't quite get themselves off of the red number, so they'll have to go into that 4th place playoff.
Yeah.
Get a little extra volleyball.
Which is
seen teams come the hard way before, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. Hey, I hand you over to the legend Louis Lett, because yeah, he also has to talk. Huh?
My Lord and Savior, it's been a pleasure.
Good to hear you. And,
as always.
Enjoy everyone. Bye-bye.
All right. All right, brother.
Simply amazing. Laura and Luisa right next to me. Luisa, you originally...
Well, Richie, we say goodbye for the time being to our Slovenian friends Tasha Kotnik and Taja Lovsin. A little bit unfortunate for them, but we haven't seen them play internationally since the back end of last year, where they took a 5th in that Elite 16. Guaranteed their entry into the European Championships, Euro Beach Volley in Vienna just next month, which is an exciting competition on the European calendar.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that was a tough grouping there. They couldn't quite get out of the cellar, but they get another shot in the 4th place playoff, of course.
And a good chat with our founding father, as you call him, Wilco Nyland. He was incredibly smiley to speak to you, Richie.
Yeah, he and as always, I mean, he's an optimist of the highest order, right? You know, it's always good vibes around Wilco, and he loves what's going on in Luxembourg, the home of the CEV, lots of fan support out there, and he was talking about how the fans were loving the hometown boys getting a chance, boys and girls getting a chance to show their stuff out there.
Yeah, well, here's let's have a little listen to Lara Ludwig, shall we?
It was just fun. Compared to Hamburg, how does the venue here compare? As I've been told, in Luxembourg, beach volleyball isn't that big of a thing, but we still brought some of the loveliest people here of all Luxembourg here onto the crowd. How does it feel for you to play here in front of such an audience?
It's actually exactly how you say it. In Luxembourg, we feel very welcome, especially we as a beach volleyball player. I also didn't know that beach volleyball is so big here, because like the people come here, they are really excited about it. I'm so appreciated that we have the opportunity to play here. Thanks a lot for coming.
So big round of applause here for Laura. Laura and Luisa, thank you very much. Oh, another one.
We were talking about optimists, Richie. There's another one.
Still got some energy here in the tank for the next one as we are moving on
yeah,
to the last and final round.
I mean, if Laura just looks at things completely realistically, it's going to seem optimistic. She's done any and everything there is to do in the sport.
She really has, and interested to see how this journey keeps going, but it looks like it's completely on the right track with Louisa Lippmann on that left side. They start at the Queen's End for this final round. Now we're competing for a golden ball, which is very important, but literally for these 3 teams, knowing that they're going straight through to the quarterfinals and avoiding the playoffs is a little bit of a, well, let's just say that would have been their main goal today, Rich.
Yeah, you would think. Anytime you can eliminate extra mileage, that's a good thing. Oh, my goodness.
You like that one, Richie?
That was just a straight down thump right there. That's a complete disregard for the block.
Or 15 points is going to decide.
Something that I've never been able to do. Disregard any block anywhere. Good break, Hans. Hi. I don't know why you're laughing.
Too much regard for the block.
Don't know why you're laughing over there in America. easier to laugh at me from the other side of the world, Rich, isn't it? From a good...
No.
You laugh at me anyway, everywhere.
Yeah. It's all the same, no matter where you are.
Well, service incoming from France, something that they do quite well. I mean, the Europeans, I mean, all those countries that are stuck close together, France, Switzerland, Germany, all seem to serve the leather off the ball. So let's see how this one fares.
Louisa.
Just seems to be growing nicely, doesn't she, into this sport?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's such a weapon, that block of hers, because it's kind of less a part of the women's game. I mean, obviously, it's still a big part, but not quite as much as we see on the men's side. So to have a tool like that on your team is such an advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And that set that she followed up with was just as impressive to sort of chase 6, 7, 8 meters and plant that one back to Ludwig, the second one. But that's a joust, and France take that one. Uh-oh. Okay. The old one-arm stab. But that second touch. But we haven't got Krusty Novak here this week, Richie.
Yeah, that's a little, I don't know, would we call that surprising? Disappointing, to be certain.
Yeah, I mean, those boys, I think, looking towards start next week. But, I mean, there's a big calendar this year, that's for sure. We are looking forward to, well, going to Rotterdam for the biggest event that Sportworks have held with Queen and King of the Court, the Royal Championships in August, or September, sorry, early September.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one, Louis. Looking forward to that already.
Going to be the best one we've ever seen. That could be the best serve we've seen. That's a high toss, fast arm, and goodbye to Ludwig. And then remember, it's a race to 15 in this final match as well. In this final round, it's either 15 minutes, the clock runs down, or the points add up to 15 as Lara Ludwig. This pairing played in the Nations Cup, the Continental Cup as it used to be called, and well, took the win with Tillman Müller. That's a very strong, think about the Continental Cup. Müller-Tillman and Lippmann Ludwig would be a pretty good team, wouldn't you think, Rich?
Very much so. Very much so, yeah. I would think Germany could field a strong team behind that, even. The likes of Carla Borger and Julia Sude, Izzy Schneider, Sandra Ittlinger. I mean, you got some tremendous depth on the German women's side.
Certainly, it'll be interesting to see who takes that Olympic ticket, and those early rounds of Nations Cup certainly exciting. That's a really good bit of ball control with the reverse knuckle. I love him from Ludwig.
The only thing you love more than a knuckle is a reverse knuckle.
That's true, yeah, that's 100% it. Oh, see you later. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I don't like predicting the future, Richie, and to be honest, I'm never very good at it, but in a situation like this with Lara Ludwig there, I would say that ball's going to hit the sand.
Yeah, that's the smart money, they call it.
I don't need no crystal ball, Richie.
Oh, yeah.
Ball's off the net. Oh, fast play off of the hands. It's the Gruden-Skyders show. And I mean, looking at this, I mean, we've seen the Gruden-Skyders before, but you know, we don't see them play the top sort of tournaments as often as others. So it's easy to sort of maybe call them an underdog in this round, but that's certainly not the case. They've played really aggressive beach volleyball, and there's... Does anyone know what's going on?
Yeah, well, I mean, Laura got the absolute Kong block stuffy, but she just continued into the tape, so no good. She tried to feebly ask if the ball was down before she netted, but more in jest, I think.
Feebly being the main word there. Oh, jumbo knuckle for the win. 9-17. Okay, maybe there's something...
A moment of reverence for that.
A reverse knuckle and a jumbo knuckle. Maybe there's a few more layers to my... I don't know, I was going to call it a word that I probably shouldn't use on this broadcast.
A kink? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. We'll use that. Oh,
Your particular proclivity?
yeah. We're on the same page. For a change, Richie. Oh, it's inside. And that's an interesting play, right? Because that ball had to come angle, but the speed of Ludwig was impressive.
Yeah, she just charged in there. I mean, just kept the momentum going and teed off on that thing.
It's very hard to pat jumbo Lara Ludwig.
Indeed.
Okay. Lactic acid burner. Go on, Ludwig, get in there and block. No, double block, no. Oh, hang on, there's too much going on here. There's almost a double block, then there's a dummy 2-ball. I don't know, it's too much going on for my little brain.
There was a lot going on there, and most of what was going on was, like you said, lactic acid burn in the legs of Louisa and Laura.
Absolutely, I think there could be some, lactic acid still burning for the friendship.
Yeah, as these rallies extend, with just 3 teams out there, these ladies are getting tired.
It never stops, does it? Oh, that's going to come back in. No, it's not. Jimmy getting their way back down on 8. They're 7 away from taking it. I mean, I think they've... I'm not going to say they have this in the bag, but close. And that's another ridiculously good play from Ludwig, and that's twice we've seen that same play, the reverse knuckle.
Yeah, that's just such good savvy.
And with this one,
I love that shot too.
Yeah, and it's not really something you can put the defender on the sideline on, is it? The reverse knuckle on 2 from a straight pass. It sort of surrenders the rest of the court, so it's not quite a trump card, but it's a very smart play, savvy play, as you'd say.
this ball was over. The rally
Big tune.
Good block there from the Grudzen Kaitas.
That high line, 10-3-3. There is Lara Ludwig, who took a 5th in Tokyo with Maggie Kojuk, who, by looks of Instagram today, is getting her sand legs back going, which will be interesting. That's one we've not spoken about. It has a lot of pedigree in beach volleyball. Another one that started indoors, an indoor legend that moved to the beach and took that 5th in the Olympic Games.
Yeah, it was fun to watch her evolution as a beach volleyball player as well, making that transition. Took a little while, but she did extremely well with it. And Louisa, of course, hoping to sort of match those results, if not exceed.
Cool knuckle back across the body from the Grudzen Kaitas. Lippmann next into bat. Oh, big serve. Get down there? No, don't get down there because France are... oh, hang on. Hang on, everyone. Hold on to your hats. Oh, there's a good swat. Okay, there's a lot going on here again. Too much going on here again. Great chase, good knuckle, great swat.
Right into your living room right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Lizana.
And now they caught fire. 5 points.
Now they're starting to build a little bit of momentum as well.
There is that serve of which you speak, Louis. Just a dart.
Yeah, I'm just got some maths here in front of me. Gee, I make this only Lippmann's 24th beach event in her career, and that's quite outstanding, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable.
The 24th time, well, not even, sorry, hang on. That's including the events that she's entered in until the end of the year, so... yeah, take 8 away from that, Richie. It's her 17th beach event ever for Louisa Lippmann. She's absolutely crushing it in my eyes. 28 years old, so
since I got the mic in my hands, I'm gonna do it for you guys.
I would have to agree with you, I think. Really impressive. It helps to, of course, have one of the greatest of all time alongside you to help ease that switch.
Yeah, absolutely, and the experience of Morph is also helping that, having obviously done a similar job with Maggie Kojuk last quad as well before the Olympics in Tokyo. So there's a lot of experience around her with obviously, I mean, once you performed at the level that Lippmann has indoor, it's, I mean, there's a lot of transferable skills, not only in volleyball, but in sports performance.
So you can see already this is a very powerful
Yeah, certainly you would think that, right? It is its own kind of animal, right? You have to apply that mental fortitude to the new physical skill set, I suppose, but it does help to have that experience indoor on which to lean.
Great pass from Lippmann. 5 will do it for them. Oh, good just wrist away swing. It's maybe something that we've seen more of here. Got pinned to the line a little bit sometimes at in Hamburg. This time she just stays high off the block. And have a look at that. Any idea what Richard was doing there?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think she thought she should have blocked that. That's how I'm interpreting that.
The floor is lava by Alex Richard. Good dig. Chance from the left side. One-arm stab. Let's go. All right, goodness guiders. Battle between second and third. And then France make their way down. It's a long way back for them, but we've seen them catch a bit of fire already.
Yeah, that was a tremendous play in transition as well. What a great set put away. Earn their way down to the Queen's end.
Really good composure on the ball from France. Yeah, Ludwig, yeah! Casual.
Yeah, that is the patented right there. That's why they call it the Laura Ludwig.
Yeah, you just expect her to walk down the other end going, easy. Makes it look so simple, doesn't she?
And there it is.
Yeah, she really does. Just execute it to perfection, right? The decision making is the critical component there, right?
And I mean, me and you, takes us a little while longer to make a decision. So, yeah. Well, for me especially, I would have easily have caught the ball before planning on playing it back so quickly. Oh, 2-ball, there's...
That's why we get to...
Yeah, we
get to talk about what great players do, and great players are just busy doing it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, talking about great players doing it, Rich, and Ludwig and Lippmann have won this opening round. They take the golden ball. In turn, all 3 teams do go through. So it certainly isn't the end of any world for any of these women, because they go through. And we know already that Hermanova, Stochleva, Halivikova, and Slukova, Van Vechten and Blöring are in that 4th place playoff. Magno, Porsche Betkrus, Delcourt and Klurth are in the 5th place playoff a little bit later on at 4:10. But the good news is that these three teams are through to the quarters.
Okay, so
yeah, indeed. And a fine performance from Laura Luisa there. They really put it all together nicely throughout that whole group phase.
Well, put it together sporadically. Have a look at that, 15 points with a longest stay of 3. So yeah, put it together consistently 3 times. Oh, sorry, 5 times, 3 times, if that makes sense to anybody at home watching. If not, then it's really unfortunate.
I got you.
That's really unfortunate. Not going through it again for you. But yeah, there's some of the locals again who are just, I mean, Rich, I know that you're in the USA, but they really are just enjoying there's a big volleyball community here, and they're enjoying having elite beach volleyball here. It's phenomenal to be here. They are great hosts, as are the CEV. Yeah, well, there's no Julius Brink here. It seems very strange to not have you next to me, Richie. And our guy JB's not here till tomorrow.
And the TV is already waiting.
He's attending to his hair and or beard.
Yeah, I think he did have a hair appointment that he couldn't change, unfortunately. So yeah, that's why he's not here, Julius Brink. But there you go.
When your hair looks that good, I mean, you gotta take care of that.
Well, we talk about Julius Brink not being here due to a haircut. We're waiting for Axel just to be down there, part of our presentation team, doing a phenomenal job. There's Julian in your picture, also doing a great job here alongside the DJ. But we have more German questions, so don't worry, Richie, you're still going to get one of your favorite things now. It's not going to be Julius Brink. It's going to be another German and Axel speaking English to our German winners. So it's still going to be pretty close to your favorite thing. I think they're ready for us.
Yeah, we are, Louis. Thanks a lot. What an amazing performance. Congratulations. And they're smiling. You're really happy about that. How did it run for you? 15 points, quicker than the time went over. Was that the plan?
Yeah, it's always a plan to get to finish the set, and especially here, King of the Court, you want to finish it before 15 minutes with 3 teams. It's really hard, especially in this heat. But I think the most important thing is that yeah, we learn and practice to concentrate on our save. And that went really well today, and I'm very proud of us.
You can be, Luisa, just a question about practicing, getting a lot of repetition. Is this kind of format, King or Queen of the Court, the perfect one for you guys?
Yeah, perfect, because like, yeah, you have a lot of ball touches, you have like to regulate yourself like quickly, go back to 0. Be ready for the next reception, or if you don't make it, be ready like to work with your serve that you can go over. So it's perfect.
And that's something you use. I was just interested watching you topspin serving, not floating anymore. What's happening?
Not anymore floating, but I'm trying myself a little bit out. I'm getting older and I don't want to get too old, and that's why I want to put some new input in it. I don't want to get bored.
Nobody does. Girls, thanks a lot. Enjoy the happening. You're going to see her later on.
Thank you.
Perfect. Good one.
Well, there are champions of this round, Germany. Great questions from Axel down there, Richie. I mean, they're delighted. Repetitions. We get the spin serve from Ludwig. I mean, they're going in a good direction, surely.
Yeah, and I mean, it's almost comical to hear Laura's insight on that, because is it even possible that she could be boring? I say no. But she's adding in new wrinkles to her game just to keep the boredom at bay, she said.
It's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? And there's good news that there's gold over their names. That's all we've got time for from myself, Louis Leb, Rich Lamborn in the USA, Axel, Julian down courtside. We're going to be back in 15 minutes or so for the next men's round. We will see you then.